I gave you one example here at the top of this hour of Trump's pettiness. But Trump's pettiness is also responsible for an enormous amount of suffering in this country, as evidenced by the government shutdown that this unconscionable prick has ordered. But here's another example. Just after the governor of California, the new governor, Gavin Newsom, delivered an inauguration speech, which was really intense, I understand, that positioned the state of California firmly against the worst elements of this Trump pig. Trump swiped back using his favorite medium, Twitter, with some empty threats. Trump claimed that he told FEMA, I mentioned this when it happened, send no more money to California, which is recovering from the worst wildfires in its history. Can you imagine this fucker? Send no more money. He said bad things about me. It's all about him. But Trump's hatred and fear of California is nothing new. And beyond the Trump animal, conservatives are always talking about San Francisco liberals. That would be queers. And San Francisco values, that would be like men marrying men. Oh, fuck. Well, California does tend to go Democratic in election years. Of course, we have to forget the fact that Ronald Reagan was the governor of California 2 terms, I think, and then the president of the United States 2 terms, I think, but never mind. California also contains deeply conservative pockets. And the part that I'm sorry, I'm ashamed to say this, but the part that amuses me the most is that many of those rural California counties hardest hit by wildfires, thanks to the quirky geography of that state, are the very people who Trump is saying go fuck yourself to, the people who voted for him. People who, according to what I have here, this is from Truth Out, people who lost homes and loved ones in 2018 and during 2017's terrible wildfire season may well have voted for Trump and counted themselves among his hardcore followers in the Golden State. Now, to make this even worse, Trump has been fighting with California over wildfires for months now, trying to claim that the state's forest management is responsible for these fires. Trump doesn't have a fucking ounce of sense or curiosity or knowledge about what is really causing these horrific fires in California. Now, obviously, there are a bunch of problems with Trump's assertion, beginning with the fact that many fires start on federal land. Yes, they do. Anyway, Governor Newsom has made addressing wildfire risk a priority from day one, and that includes restoring gutted federal funds for, you guessed it, timber management. Trump's tweets, oh, and by the way, he spelled Forrest with 2 R's. Ignorant piece of shit. I swear to God. Trump's tweets appears to be the next salvo, and it's a very troubling one. As the country's leader, oh, God, when I say that, I just want to throw up. Trump can theoretically direct a government agency to perform any number of tasks. So can Congress, which could insist on locking down funds to keep California, to continue to help California to recover and invest in disaster preparedness. And it should be noted that tax revenues from California far exceeds what California takes back from the federal government. Trump seems to be suggesting now that states that are not loyal to him are not going to get any federal aid after disaster, which is not only sickening, it's Trump. What a fucking asshole. Why is he still president? You shouldn't have to sign a loyalty oath to get the support of the federal government where it concerns anything, but especially disasters like what California's gone through. Does Trump want a loyalty oath from the states that need enforcement of the civil rights laws? This dirty son of a bitch. I mean, to have lived during a time when the United States is run by a gangster organization as vile and corrupt and poisonous as any fucking mafia family ever is mind-blowing. Trump is single-handedly making a mockery for young people to take note of, making a mockery of every single aspect of self-governance that we have been experimenting with for the past 200 plus years, all of it. Trump is just shitting on everything. This great, obese, lard fucker is just shitting on everything that he possibly can. That's his way of destroying things. His threats against California, too, by the way, are a violation of the collective agreement that is the United States. California, like every state, contributes taxes, goods, services to the union in the interest of the greater good. That's why it's called the United States of America, but not for much longer. I really don't think so. It'll be the Federated States of America, like the Russian Federation. The Federated States. Not needing to maintain a standing army, for example, is a significant cost savings for California. What they contribute to the national treasure goes for that. Meanwhile, poorer states benefit from federal investments made with California money. That's how it's supposed to work. That's what this is all about, this experiment that the framers, racist slave owners, most of them, the experiment that they, in a hypocritical way, wrote and put together all those years ago. And even though they were hypocrites, even though they were deceivers, even though they, for the most part, not all of them, for the most part, were con artists, seeking to establish a country that would protect them, white male landowners, even so, the documents are what survived and what have meaning, not the people who put them together. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.